for today is we should ban medical and pharmaceutical testing on animals. On my right is the proposition team arguing in favor of the statement we should ban testing on animals. On the left is the opposition team arguing against the statement we should ban medical and pharmaceutical testing on animals. Without any further ado, our first speaker will be Sally for proposition. Stand. Yeah, if you don't want the stool, you can push it out of your way.
Okay, so I'm Sally from the proposition team that we should ban animal testing. In today's modern world, animals are often used for test subjects. They are used for testing on medicines, cosmetics, and genetic engineering, like the ear. One reason is because it causes pain and suffering to the animals. The Animal Welfare Act does not protect rats, mice, fish, and birds, and these animals make up 95% of animals used for testing. These animals are mistreated because there is no one accountable for that. Many animals are used for the experiments, but then killed, which is sad. Also, because it is very expensive to test on animals. The U.S. National Institute of Health, NIH, spends $14 billion of its $31 billion budget on animal testing. Animal testing is anywhere from 3 to 10 times as much money than other methods. There are other less expensive methods for testing, such as computer systems, math models, using human tissue, and cell cultures. And then, many of the test results are flawed. 94% of drugs that pass on animal tests fail on humans, which leads to that animal bodies are far different from human bodies. They're different anatomically, metabolically, and cellularly. Examples of drug disasters are thalidomide, which is a sleeping pill that causes birth defect on humans, and Vioxx for arthritis. It protects the heart in mice, but it caused heart attacks in people. Some drugs were shelved because they didn't work on mice, but they could have worked in people. For example, aspirin works for humans, but not for mice. The Bible, Hindu, and Buddhist doctrines are all frown on cruelty to animals. That is evidence that people have always cared about animal cruelty. An English philosopher named Jeremy Bentham wrote about animal rights in the 1700s. He asked, the question is not, can they, the animals, reason, or can they talk, but can they suffer? I conclude by saying, would you like it if your pet was taken away for testing? That is why me and my group say that animal testing should be banned.
Isaac, you need a couple seconds to prepare. Are you ready to go?
I live Talkington, and first for Sally's notes, and her point. For the pain, the scientists, they've tried to reduce their pain by improving their care and their living conditions. And he said that they were killed, but that is one of the reasons so that they don't suffer as long. And he said that they were mistreated, but really that's the opposite, because scientists use 3 rule R's, and one of them is refining the way that the animals are cared for, and they minimize the stress or pain. And he said it was lots of money, but it will also be lots of money if you did, per se, use it on humans, and if hospitals could be charged money for not testing on animals. And he said there was also more ways of testing, but these ways are not really that accurate. And actually, that mice and monkeys are 98 to and 95, 99% same to the cell culture of humans. And there may be different results, but and there was 94% that there are different results, but that's also 6% that it is, and it's not that much, but it's enough. And aspirate might not work for mice, but if it does work for humans, that's something that they used, that they had to test on animals to see if we could use it on humans. And only medicine should be tested on animals, not cosmetics. Also, as I said before, that scientists use the rule of 3 R's, and one is replace. So they do sometimes use cell culture and computer modeling, or even human volunteers, if anyone does volunteers instead of animals. Then they do reduce the number of animals used, and what they do is they will tell other scientists that are working with them, and they will tell them not to do it because so that it's not done by many people to the same animal. And as I said before, they refine the ways that animals are cared for to minimize stress. Now, my next points are what we learn. So scientists learn a lot by testing on animals, and if it's not tested on animals, it would be tested on institutions. We create new drugs and work miracles by learning about human biology by testing on animals. 70% of the stuff that we know, 70% of the stuff that we know is from stuff that we used on animals. And legally, all drugs need to be tested on animals. And my third reasons are how they help humans and animals because of what we learn. Where there are reliable alternatives in scientific research, animals are not used. Through testing animals, they're able to endure risk of drugs. And also, from testing on these animals, it helps cure rabies, which animals get a lot, and they can give cancer medications to animals that also get cancer. And these are never undertaken lightly, and they try to minimize it as much as possible with new technology. And also, the animals are appropriate research subjects because, as I said before, chimpanzees are 99% of the DNA with humans, and mice are 98 genetically similar to humans. And for these reasons, we should keep animal testing so that we can keep humans safe and reduce the pain, or so that we can reduce the sicknesses to humans and animals.
Brooke, if you need any time to gather yourself, you're welcome to it.
They said that you can learn a lot about drugs and that by testing on animals, and that they do it to keep humans safe, and that they also reduce animal testing as much as possible. But still, they do use animal testing, and that does harm animals. For example, one test on a shampoo, they clipped a rabbit's eyelids up so that they could not blink the shampoo out of their eyes. That did harm the animal. Animals do have different reactions to drugs than humans do, and it is not accurate. People do ruin animals for unnecessary things such as makeup. Animals have rights too. They should not be tested on. How would you like it if animals all died because of makeup or other reasons like that? 90% of drugs and other things tested on animals fail on humans. Not right now. people should not ruin animals for medicines and cosmetics that do not help necessarily if they are not important to humans. The opposition team said that they reduce the pain of animals and they help their lifestyles if they are tested, that they make it not so bad. But they still do test on animals and it still does harm the animals. They said that other ways of testing aren't as accurate, so that they should test on animals. But other ways of testing are accurate and they should be able to use them. Also, scientists, when they use other methods, they reduce the pain of the animals and their lifestyles. The opposition team said that they learn a lot about drugs by animals, that 70% of animal testing does help, 70% of the animals helps them learn about drugs. That is not true. They should not test on animals for those reasons.
Hi, I'm Morgan Warner, and I'm for the opposition team. They said that it always hurts animals to get tested on, but sometimes it helps animals to be tested on as well. With animals being tested on, it helps them with cures for rabies and other animal diseases that could have hurt or killed animals. Tests on animals help to make some cures for cystic fibrosis and asthma. Without some of these cures, many more people will have died. The animals still get veterinary care even though they are in labs. The past 100 years of testing of medical breakthroughs have been because of animal testing. We agree that makeup should not be tested on animals, but medical procedures are needed, so medical procedures are needed so people can still live on. The genetic codes that people have are very close to animals. Since they are very close to animals, it helps see the medicines and other stuff through the animal's life rather than just a small part of humans' life if we were to do the testing on humans. That's all I have.
after we are entering our final speakers. You have 3 minutes. No points of information are allowed to be offered during the final 2 speakers. Colby, if you need a minute to gather or confer with your team, you're permitted it. Let me know when you're ready to go. We have 4 people watching our debate. I don't know who they are. All right, Colby, whenever you're ready, go ahead. Would you prefer to sit on the stool? Colby, I'm going to give you 10 seconds and then I'm going to start the timer, okay? All right, Colby. Ready? I'm going to start by introducing yourself.
I'm Colby for the proposition that animal testing should be banned. She said about a cure for rabies. People could just be more careful not to get rabies instead of needing to find a cure by testing on animals. Because you can just try and stay away from animals if they are wild animals. And that should keep people from getting rabies. So we will not need to test on animals for rabies. And she also said the past 100 years of medical breakthrough have been because of animals. It could have been because of humans too. It doesn't, because humans are close. The human population would be higher than the animal population. So instead of it being animals, it can be humans being tested, and that could have more than likely caused a medical breakthrough also.
One minute. You want to summarize your team's points, Colby?
Whenever I was typing her last point, it got me onto another thing that
Anything that you want to say in your last minute?
one of our points is the animals that have, since animals have different reactions to drugs than humans, it could make the opposite.
All right, thank you. If you're ready, start by introducing yourself.
Hello, my name is Caden. I am for the opposition. They said that pain and suffering has killed animals. Well, they do it on less important animals first that don't make a difference in the world. And that's one of the reasons they say they should test on humans instead because we're the ones doing it to them. But would you want to be tested on? No, you wouldn't want to suffer or die. They say it's very expensive. Actually, it's not very expensive. All you have to do is make the medicine, try it out on an animal. That would not be very expensive. Also, they say some drugs work on humans but not on animals. Yes, well, that helps the human race, and we'd rather have more humans live than animals, even though we do want animals to live. Also, they have helped animals very much, and humans. They say animals have rights, but most of the meat you eat is from animals. They say people get rabies, and it's easier just to not go near those animals. But really, there could be one with rabies that could sneak to you, and it could bite you, and you'd have rabies. So that's pretty hard, and it helps animals kill off rabies for animals. And also, we do sometimes not use it on animals, but if we don't have it, we use it on animals. For these reasons, we have won the debate.
All right, we can do a round of applause here. All right, thank you for joining us.
Can't believe you watched this.